You knew that, didn't you?
I surely did.
I don't know
I'm here dipping and
what
doing.
Huh?
I'm here dipping and doing.
Mm-hmm. Give it a second. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna give it a minute. Share it with your people. It ain't gonna take me long to do this. Let me see something. Give me a second. I'll wait a couple minutes. 5-minute mark.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I need some more seasoning on it, good.
They good.
Good.
You recorded.
Huh? Yeah.
Get away.
These good enough, and I'm gonna put some more.
Let me see. Ooh, they looking crispy. Okay.
That's really.
That's really.
Dang it.
I saw that. I saw that. Yep. I'm gonna share something with you. I'm gonna share something with y'all real fast. Before I have my dinner, I'm gonna read a letter for y'all real fast. I think you can question anything what these people have been telling you. That I've been telling people for a long time. It's all fugazi. And it's all gonna come around. So I want to read a letter to y'all from 2016. It's addressed to Karen A. Yarbrough, the Recorder of Deeds, Register of Torrens, Titles, Cook County, Illinois. Via email, July 8th, 2016. It's addressing Sheikh Lionel Love L, Sheikis Moat D Love L, and the Moorish Science Temple of America. Sheikh and Sheikis Love L. This is what the letter says from the CCRD, County of Cook Recorder of Deeds in 2016. It's addressed to Sheikh Lionel Love L and Sheikis Malta D Love L. This is supposed to be the Moorish Science Temple of America. One of them. Watch this. In the past few days, the Cook County Recorder of Deeds, acronym CCRD, has received several forms of email correspondence from you regarding concerns that you have involving the organizational documents and other documents relating to the Moorish Science Temple of America, acronym MSTA. I am writing to address these concerns and clarify the role that the CCRD has as the custodian. Yes, babe, as the custodian of public records. Many of your concerns were raised in the form of numbered questions. The CCRD's response to these questions are as follows. You don't have to. This is the law. When I be telling people, these people out here playing Monopoly, I don't know what they doing, but playing with people's lives. Number one, in her capacity as the Register of Torrens Titles, what is the full scope of the fiduciary duty owed to document, this is what these Moors love spilling out their mouth, 1010-5905, and the resulting entity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, as a body politic, named in said document. Now I told you that 1010-99 ain't nothing but a religious affidavit. All Moorish Science temples are set up a certain way. They all should have a state booklet, how the temple was set up. So anytime you're hearing a Moor, I don't care if they from the Moorish Science Temple or another, and they not telling you the truth, because they lying. And they already know the letter was from the CCRD in 2016. They lying. The 1010-99 ain't no trust fund at the end of the rainbow. Here go their response to the question. After reading your question, I assume that you are asking what the recorder's duties and responsibilities are in relation to this and other documents. In regard, the recorder has two duties and responsibilities. First, the recorder is responsible for recording documents that are entitled to be recorded. I hope y'all know. So when you a state body, a politic, a church, an organization, a principality, a school, all this stuff, how the temple is set up, you will know it's recorded. You know. And second, the recorder has the responsibility of being the custodian of the recorded documents, meaning a custodian. Custodian mean they the holder of due cause, meaning you can get these, you know, with the seal or without the seal, just like you can get your college transcripts. You know? Document 1010-5905 is an affidavit of organization. Let me say this again. Document 1010-5905 is an affidavit of organization under the Religious Corporations Act 805 ILCS 110 ET.SEQ. Under the Religious Corporations Act, there are specific requirements that need to be met in order for a document to be recorded pursuant to that act. C 805 ILCS 110-36. At the time that this document was presented to the CCRD, it met all of the requirements and it was recorded. As custodian for the document and other recorded documents, unless specifically restricted by law, the documents are made available for purchase by the public, meaning anybody can get this. We see the law, the precedent in law, 55 ILCS 5-4-12002. So in other words, if a customer requests to purchase a certified or non-certified copy of this document, the CCRD will provide such a copy to the customer if they pay the required fee. You see, the CCRD has no other duties and responsibilities relating to the particular document. In other words, the CCRD is simply a custodian of the record of the record and makes this available to the public for a fee. What are the procedures for filing the document under the 805 ILCS Religious Corporation Act related to property, mortgages, notes, etc.? The response: real estate related documents such as property deeds, mortgages, notes are not recorded under the Religious Corporation Act. For the recording requirements for the real estate related documents, please see the state recording statute at 55 ILCS 5 ET.SEQ and the Moorish Science Temple of America known Poo Diddley. What are the procedures for including the Moorish Science Temple of America to the list of body politics on file with the Cook County Register of Deeds? The response: the CCRD does not maintain a list of body politics. With this said, as mentioned above, the CCRD accepts documents relating to the organization and corporation of religious entities under the Religious Corporation Act. You see, the document that you are concerned with, document 1010-5905, has already been recorded by the CCRD. Number 4, isn't it true that the accordance to provisions made possible for the body politics under home rule, that documentation and laws of the Moorish Science Temple of America as a body politic are applicable to the management of said trust? Listen what the CCRD responds. The CCRD is unaware of what specific documentation and laws are applicable to the management of any trust maintained by or for the benefit of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I would like to note that the Religious Corporation Act states that trustees of religious organizations shall have the care, custody, and control of their real and personal property of that organization. See the precedent law, 805 ILCS 110-43. The CCRD is not a trustee of any trust or trust assets being held by or for the benefit of the Moorish Science Temple of America. And it ain't none. And if anybody on the internet saying that stuff, they lying. They doing some Roger Elvick, European Albion, sovereign citizen, militia bullcrap on you. Number 5, has this office done any competent research to determine who are the current executive rulers of the adapt chamber. That's just the stupid stuff they like to say. None of them went to no adapt chamber. Of the Moorish Science Temple of America, sheiks with powers and duties similar to that of a trustee. Response: it is my understanding that the current sheiks of the Moorish Science Temple of America are reflected in recorded documents. That AIM document 1010-5905. If there are any changes to the trustees of the organizations that are not reflected in these documents, the CCRD would not be aware of them. How would they be? Is this office aware that only the founder, Noble Drew Ali, has the authorization to issue document 1010-5905, and such has been the case since 8/1/1929. This is the CCRD response. Although I am unclear what you mean by issuing the document, but part of the recorder's duties include maintaining recorded documents and providing certified and non-certified copies of the recorded documents, just like any other document, just like a college transcript, for sale to the public. I gave you all the law, 55 ILCS 5-4-12002. This stuff be too easy to fact check, you know? It's a lot of stuff that people don't tell the truth. They say they from the temple, but then they should tell the truth. And then pull out the state booklet, because the state booklet be burning people's hands off. Yes, some of them people was doing fraudulent things in Chicago. But like I always say, if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. You saw what that brother did. He went to jail. They say they don't pay taxes, then they go to jail for that stuff. And then they prey on innocent older people. And then all the law cases, you can look them up. It's the Free Information Act. So if you have affairs on and you say you're a sheik, and I call it premeditated, and you know what you're doing is wrong, you leading people in a burning house. I mean, come on, man. And it ain't no disrespect to no one. This is just what it is. I just had a brother come to class Sunday, talk about he trying to get rid of his social security number. I'm like, where are you getting this stuff from? And then these brothers not intelligent, because I asked them the same thing in a different way. And then he started talk about, I'll be studying more science. That's not more science, brother. And if any more say that's not true. It's manuals, it's things. Now, other wisdom is wisdom acquired through academia, you know? So, and so they said, it said, in the office aware that the unauthorized issuance and collections of funds resulting from said issuance constitutes a breach of register fiduciary, duly as custodian, criminal fraud, embezzlement, etc. Response: your position is legally and factually incorrect. Please see the relevant statutory reference above, And some of your other correspondence, you indicate that the CCRD has refused to file certain real estate and non-real estate related documents and index them under trust 1010-5905. To be clear, document 1010-5905 is not a trust document. This document is simply an affidavit of organization under the Religious Corporation Act. I'm gonna show y'all the state booklet. I don't know why people just be playing with people, but whatever. What is the means is that the document serves as a record that the Moorish Science Temple of America is organized and incorporated as a religious corporation under the Religious Corporation Act. The CCRD is not a trustee of any trust or trust assets maintained by or for the benefit of the MSTA acronym. That responsibility lies with the MSTA. And if you are having difficulty recording certain documents in our office, please refer to the recording requirements referenced in the legal authority cited above. And finally, you indicate that you would like Moorish Science Temple of America to place employees in the CCRD for various purposes. State law clearly indicates that you have no authority to demand that you employ members of your congregation in our office. The recorder has the right to control the internal operations of her office. See 55 ILCS 5-3-5005.2. And if you have any further questions regarding these letters, please submit them in writing to me at James Gleaf, County of Cook Governor, you know? So I mean, a lot of people just be talking about things, man. Like I said, I don't be here to argue with no one. I just tell people when they do certain things, and I say, how did it work out for them? You know, because show precedented cases of how things working out for people just be paper terrorists. You know, you know, people be paper terrorists. And then a lot of things when people be researching things, I'm like, okay, well, a lot of times it's crossing jurisdictions. Like a person was trying to use a case in Hawaii to justify something, and I said, dude, you better not do that. You're gonna get contempt of court. And so I just be telling people as a person that's a master's student and study everything, habeas corpus, quid pro quo, you know, a Chicago Review, precedent in law cases, doc number, Free Information Act. I read everything. Then you look at who's defending these people. Do they have court-appointed attorneys? If they have court-appointed attorneys, then they plead into a lesser charge. So many, it's just so many layers and layers of things. When I tell people we have to get current with what we're doing. Hold on one second. You know, we definitely gotta have to get current what we doing, because this is the state booklet right here. And you know, and a lot of stuff people be talking about, I'll be like, yeah. It's just like when I talk about Roger Elvig, what a lot of misnomer Moors be doing, that sovereign citizen stuff, and it's a European thing, and that militia stuff, and I'm like, that's none of that stuff is more science. When I'm talking about what people be doing, where they be when I be asking people, where do they get this vernacular called canceling corporate debt and expatriating from this de facto government? When you so-called expatriate from this de facto government, then you are a domestic terrorist, foreign and abroad. Like it's so much, it's people are lost with the wisdom because they're being guided and they're being taught wrong. A lot of these brothers don't know real, how can I say, civics. What we've done, a lot of us, since 2000 and today, is just watch a lot of videos and they get black laws. And I tell people, black laws dictionary is nothing but a dictionary terms. There's nothing precedent in law cases about that. But I understand people passion and conviction. You know? You know? And I try to tell brothers, it's a way to do things. It's so, if we are willing to sit down and learn from elders and learn from people that really do it, because the ones that really do it is not popular. You know what I mean? I ain't selling nobody no paper, no ID and all that. Is things can be done. And so when I talk about operating a certain way, when people just be telling you to do this and you can drive without this, and when you see these people, when people do these things, and then these individuals will come and they start talking a whole bunch of semantics. They'll start talking about Obama Bay and at some Jekyll Island, and you had a traffic ticket. They'll start saying that they the Consulate General of Morocco in here in the United States and go to jail. There's like all this fallacy that these men have in their mind. I said, come on, we cannot be like that in our head. It ain't no Moore's law. When they be spilling that fake stuff, talk about some consular courts. It ain't no magical Moore's law. That's CM based stuff. That's not law. No disrespect. I respect wisdom, but listen, man, it's a fallacy. You know, and people not telling the truth. We have a divine creed, and we have a proclamation. You know, we have a warning. We're not here to cause confusion, flashing our ID or nothing. It's for our salvation. Fair to obey these orders with it's severe consequences. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. People be watching videos and then trying to say that's more science and say that's Noble Drew Ali. No, it ain't. You got to tell where you got that from. People got this stuff from a specific body of people. And what's very disheartening is we don't like to tell the truth where we got this stuff from. And then other young men get this stuff. But I say, man, I just try to warn brothers. That's all I'm here for. I say, man, okay, when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And I be telling people this all day. I know middle-aged men that done lost everything being brainwashed. And you can't use that in the court of law. This ain't military because, hey, it's no excuse of not knowing the law. And so when you're looking at these men that's a little older than me, maybe younger than me or my age, I'm 48. You have to imagine the mental psychosis that's in these men's head to be doing these things, knowing that it's wrong. Because you can't be on this earth plane as many years as I have and think that stuff is something to hold on to. And not only that, promulgate that to other young people. That don't be on these brothers' hearts when these men and women go to jail. I couldn't even sleep at night if I'm on the internet promulgating some fallacy, talk about this is some travel document and this is some Morris passport and I'm sitting in China and people believe that stuff. And then I tell y'all, I've been around the block, I've been all over Vegas, everywhere. I done seen people change their identity 50 million times. And every time they see me, they be scared in Vegas. I ain't gotta change. Some of them got fatter, their hair the same, some of them got skinny. But they still promulgating the same bull crap. They just reinventing it. One brother now, he talk about some damn world passport. And I'm like, you know not to say nothing to me with that crap, because that's what Mos Def got in trouble for. That's some European stuff. Why are we promulgating stupid stuff? Why we just don't want to do things the right way? If you want to go out of the country, get a passport. Why get a world passport? And this is the asinine things that really, should start having brothers and sisters to think when people, you don't understand why they doing these things. You can't even think of a reason why. You can't. Then they tell you your social security number is attached to some millions, but they don't have no millions. You should know that. Research Roger Elvick. I tell people this all day. Once you research Roger Elvick, you're going to be like, man, Sheik. I'll be like, I told you. Now let one of them cronies come say something. Roger Elvick was selling them packages. That is not more science. Point blank. That's where them Negroes got that from. Roger Elvick. And you're going to see the Negro with the feds on, right in prison with the European, the militia, the sovereign citizen militia. They on the same level. That's that Roger Elvick stuff. And then I'm telling y'all, because all they do is use our bylaws and our proclamation. We got our bylaws and I be telling our divine warning, we ain't here to overthrow no government, Everybody should know that. Everybody should know that. So I just be hoping, young brothers don't get out here, man, in these streets or be afraid to ask questions. I had an Empress on my page earlier, and she was talking about some things, and I said, man, Empress, see, that's why I tell a lot of people don't go in things by yourself. Because, see, these brothers be trying to play that Crips and Blood stuff like they in prison still. Or they in the military. See, they ain't coming to me with that. I'm 100 men strong. And I leave it on the line. It's just what it is. And you should be able to ask anybody that's leading you to righteousness anything you want. And they should be able to tell you, from righteousness, not no made up stuff. If not, then you shouldn't be doing nothing. They shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't be trying nothing, especially in no court. Because that's not the place to be trying anything. I'm telling you. And nobody never won. Nothing. The only thing they be going to court for is some traffic tickets. They don't have nothing. It ain't nothing to be in court for. I'm trying to tell you. Everything else is already done. We are in the Constitution. I teach this. If a lot of these brothers would digress, you will see it. But a lot of them don't, because they done got caught up with the slave mentality. They think it's something. They think they Social Security attached to this. They having all these classes and this and that. I said, man, a sovereign citizen, that's an oxymoron. A foreign national. How you a foreign national? You can't even explain that. Nobody can explain that. Well, who said it? Our prophet ain't tell you was no foreign national. He said you was a Moorish American. Our prophet ain't never rode around with no Moorish American plates. Our ID, our Moorish American ID for the Moorish Zion Temple don't replace our operator's license. I don't know what these cronies talking about. And if any of them say that, that's a lie. And it's no truth. And they got that from Roger Elvig. Because they didn't get, or if you say you got that from the Moorish Zion Temple of America, say who it is. And then you will hear crickets. If a person say that's somebody from the Moorish Science Temple and that's Moorish Science, I'm gonna tell you 100% it's not. And then I'm gonna break out all my adapt paper from the temple saying all you should be teaching the people is their divine creed and their nationality, nothing else. If they say they from the temple, it's orders, it's laws we have. But I'm an educator. That's why I have a school. And if anybody say that, then I'm like, you lying. That's why I be asking people when they got all that. Canceling corporate debt and your social security number and all this, if they say that's more science what we teach and somebody from the temple teaching that, say their name. I bet you nobody will say nothing, but I bet you I know where it come from. And y'all do too. Everybody on here know where it come from. See, and now when you put stuff out on social media, you can't take it back. A lot of people can't take all that stuff back. It's in database. I'm telling you facts. And there's so many videos. There's so many videos of somebody, the one person they call, Grand Sheik with the bald-headed man, that Shalimar dude. And they would talk about they was the Moorish consulate. And they was doing that thing. And I told everybody, I said, see? And I said, that's what we do. And then after we get scammed by our own people, then well this, well that. No, man. That's just bull. It's like I tell people, can't nobody nationalize you. Tell them people go nationalize the Chinese or Sudanese. But we only do that to our own people. Just like these so-called people, and they sit at home and think you're going to get paid. That Ponzi scheme and that pyramid scheme. And our people are too blind to see it. That's why they don't come to me with that. I know about all that. I've been there. I've seen it. I shut it all down years ago, and it's just resurfaced. And they come into the scamming community, and they try to hide behind religion. This is not new, y'all. A lot, like I know too many of them. The brother, JM, I just do initials. He been doing that forever. Now he in the church. I'm telling you, like it's so much. My wife right here, one of my homeboys was doing that. Came to my house with that multi-level marketing stuff. Man, I almost hit him with 15 combinations to the rib. I almost broke his ribs. You know, I'm being sarcastic, but I'm like, man, I have a degree in business. Like, man, you're not going to come to me with no scheme. You're not making nothing. Show me your portfolio. What you mean, bro? I know it's you doing the pyramid scheme. That's what it is. And when I say scheme, I know what it is. You know, I've been in business, you know. I've been a wholesaler, traveling all over, selling suits and everything. I know the game. And that's what I be telling people, man. Don't get caught up and lose your life trying to be a criminal, you know. And that's all I be trying to say, brothers. Because all that other stuff is irrelevant. A lot of these YouTube videos and what these people be saying, that stuff is fake. It's fake, it's fake, it's fake. I'm telling y'all. And it ain't. People be walking around with a badge with the AA22 number on it. That ain't nothing. And then they talk this stuff to people. They be teaching people a whole bunch of old stuff that's irrelevant. I said, okay, now that you know about all that old stuff, now what? I wait. Now that you know about something that happened in the 1800s, okay, which is good, it's history. That's for history class. Okay, now what's current? Like, what we doing economically? You know, what we're doing, what we're producing. Like, I have a library. Brothers be go to Amazon still. Me and my empress was just at the store getting some items, and they was a little brother, he said from the Middle East. First thing he said, hey man, where you get that from? I said, I produce them. He like, you an imam? Absolutely. You know? I mean, that's what I tell people. It's like, man, I do business. Everywhere I go, I do business. Everything I have on, I produce. And so when people, you know, watch videos and things, I will hope you want to know for sure instead of treading that line that can mess up everything by a person talking semantics or because they're a little older, they know that you don't have the information and they can say a whole bunch of semantics and word salad that really have nothing to do with the topic at hand. It's not going to happen with me. I mean, it's just not. I don't respect nobody just because they old. That ain't that's meaningless to me. That's meaningless. That has nothing to do with nothing. You old, so what? You just took up some breath. You blessed. Whatever you want to call it. You know, especially in the arena of leading people, because an old fool is a young fool. Vice versa. You know, no one just became that. Like when a person say, hey, well, you got to look at it. Some people have been doing stuff for so long, maybe that's their MO. You know? That'd be their MO. Because it's not more science. You can't find nowhere, no teachers, no nothing, no documents, no nothing of more science. Now I can correct teachers and documents from things that was written from other people saying, and you'd be like, well, this don't make sense. I'll give you an analogy. Like I can show you some documents like the Salvation. It's the little white book with the prophet. With Dean Gale on there with holding a lady. And in there they have an article from somebody saying that the prophet said if you want to get your wife, go to the city hall. No, that's not. That means you're getting a third party. You don't got to go to no city hall if you understand your religious laws. You know, that's what they saying. They mixing it. Because I have the original documents. Our prophet didn't say that. You do that with your sheik. You don't have to add no third party in that. There's no reason to. We don't want to add a third party in that. And you have a notary to sign it. You know, it's a union. You see? And that's what I tell people. After they do things, they try to go in the contract. No, you're a willing obligor. When you go willingly and take these services, now it's guidelines that you have to abide by. Why? Because you're under their rules and guidelines. Just like if a woman getting welfare, what they say is the man can't stay in the house. All that. Why? You're under their rules in that time. I don't know if it's like that, but I remember hearing that was some of the requirements. And these are some of the things that we have to be able to talk about. We have to be able to talk about some truth of the matter. Like people be saying they live in their house, they don't pay no taxes. You cannot live in no neighborhood with no street address without paying no taxes. Anybody tell you that out their mouth, man, that is how can you live in a neighborhood without and you telling me you don't pay no taxes? Where you live? In a bird nest? You live on the street in a bird nest with a woodpecker? Because you dang sure can't live in no house. I talk about you don't pay taxes, but you a lie. Okay, yeah, I know. You know what? You're right. You don't pay taxes because you ain't paying a damn thing. My bad. So, you know what? I knew it was something to do. I was giving people too much credit. Exactly. Anybody with their right mind. That's why these people wise don't be there. Now, if you see ladies gung-ho with that, they be solo. They don't have husbands. Why? Because if that man real, he gonna be like, man, what the hell is you doing? And then you don't see these men with their wives, because if they got a real Sophia, that Sophia gonna be like, babe, what the hell is you doing? I'm serious. I'm serious, y'all. Because I'm getting ready to eat good, man. I just wanted to say this to my brothers and sisters. Brothers should be able to have dialogue, because this brother's still doing stuff wrong. You know, I just had a guess. I know that brother was almost 50 years old. That brother talked about he trying to get rid of his social security number. I said, I said, brother, what? But you got all these businesses, you do all this. I said, well, come on, dude. Like, you not making sense. Where you live? It's like a lot of stuff we don't even be making sense. And I just be trying to have brothers think. And the first thing that come out their mouth, they say they studying more science. No, you not. Like that little meme, he'd be like, no, you're not. He'd be laughing. No, you're not. You're not studying no more science. Once they break out the state booklet and the bylaws and the divine creed, and if they ask anybody that's credible like myself or others, it's going to be debunked. We're gonna debunk it with flying colors. That's some sovereign citizen Roger Elvick European stuff, militia stuff. I done told you where that come from. And if anybody say it's more science, show me more from the more science Temple of America teaching that crap. Show me any real Moore that went to court for what I don't know why a Moore would go into court. You have to tell me, somebody to give me some sense why these Moors be going to court. You couldn't even tell me why, what they be going, cause they don't want to drive without no tags, or they squatting in houses. I don't know nothing else. It's nothing else. It's nothing else that I can think of. And I don't think a lot of people neither can think of nothing else really solid that really makes sense. You can't. I know people be getting put up with a whole bunch of paper they done bought for somebody on the internet, talk about they some a foreign national, and that don't even make sense. And they done lost they total marbles. Some may, and then I said, if you get away doing that stuff, lucky you. I know where I'm not traveling. I said, brother, I'm not even finna get into the discussion with that with nobody. But I said, after you do all these things, now what? Especially if you in a police area, especially these brothers that be in these urban neighborhoods, tell me what is that benefiting? Say if you have a wife and your wife ain't all that and she's dry, are you gonna let your wife and your baby drive that vehicle? Say it's something, Allah forbids, I'm just using that as an analogy, and something like semi-truck hits it, boom, 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 and you have no insurance, no nothing. Are you gonna try to sue you up? But then they gotta say you don't have no insurance or nothing. I mean, it's so many variables that people don't be thinking about, especially men, like with them brothers that did all that stuff on the edge of the highway. I have recordings of these people telling on themselves. This is what I be telling people. I said, and these people are grown men. I have recorded these people telling themselves in the basement with the so-called Moorish counselor in the basement. I know that basement smelled like nothing but mothballs. I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you, this is how messed up people's heads be. Oh, I went to the Moorish call with the Moorish counselor. I said, dude, what? You did, and it's recorded? Oh, shit. Oh, man, like, are you a clown? You got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. And this whole thing was recorded. And the brother just told every goddamn thing. When I say he told everything from the rooter to the tutor. Ain't that what they say? From the rooter to the tutor. He told from the rooter to the tutor. Everything. So after he got done telling it, anybody with some common sense, they're like, well, this shit sounds premeditated. Like, it's too simple. It don't even take a third grader to figure it. Like they say, are you smarter than a fifth grader? I don't think so. Because a fifth grader studying any law, they'll put that together like, this dude he done told on himself. This premeditated. I mean, I told y'all, precedent of law cases, Number Free Information Act, don't start playing. And then you start looking at it, you be like, wait a minute. Huh? Wait a minute. And then you be like, damn. Because if anybody trained with anybody abilities, military trained, you don't lean no, you always check and balance. Everything if you military. Anybody on here, I don't care if you a little low rank, retardo, fardo, just a Ninja Turtle street soldier, you know checks and balances. You know checks and balances. You checking what? This, that. We got enough this to get this. We got this. Our canteen. Boom. Weapons drawn. Well, boom, boom, boom. Tactic. Boom. 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 Check. CBs. Check. Strap. Vest. Check. Boots. Check. Back up. Boom. No. Diagram. Where we going? We traveling. And, if we have to do A, B, C, D. If things have to be changed. All those variables you trying to cover. Why? Because that's what you do. You tactical. Come on, man. Come on, brothers. Like they say to me, come on, man. You now you starting to think like, yeah, this brother's making a lot of sense. I know I am. I'm an elder. That's what I be telling people. I said, stop playing with people. And then you got all these people dressing up. How are you a consular general of Morocco over here in the United States? Do that make any sense to you? Clearly, it don't make no sense. The consul general of Morocco don't get locked up in no local jail. The consul general of Morocco don't get beat the hell up on the side of the highway by no goddamn highway patrol cops. Not the consulate of Morocco. Not the consulate of Morocco. The consulate of Morocco don't be calling home live while it's recorded on YouTube, talking crazy, and it's recorded. calling to all these women that don't have 75 cents, that they on welfare and Section 8, getting their ass watched, getting their wick and shit cut off, getting their $15 rent cut off. Don't be mad at what I'm saying. And these people that had these makeshift court things, and this brother online telling the whole damn thing. The brother got on there talking about how he was a truck driver and how he used to make $250,000. So wait a minute, a person any mind to be like, stop, because you be taking your notes. Okay, the brother just said you're a truck driver, you make $250,000, and then you look at these people that you following, and some got to be mental. But then when you hear the brother talk, just because and then again, money don't mean intelligence. That's another thing. Money does not mean intelligence. And the brother said he made $250,000 a year driving trucks. You have no business wasting your time with this, with a person that ain't planning. We're gonna go get some land. We're gonna figure it out when we get there. You're gonna figure everything out when you get there. What the hell is this? What are you talking about? When y'all got land, y'all get no. We're gonna try. We're gonna figure it out when we get there. Just setting yourself up, and I'm like, man, I wish, no, I don't wish, but if I would have been like, dude, one, forget them Negroes. They ain't nobody you talking to, and it's recorded, and it's on YouTube. Are you crazy? If I'm your legal rep, I say, man, dude, they setting you up. That's evidence. And now it's out there in the atmosphere. Where? In cyberspace. Now they can pull it up. They use it in court. What? Let's play the tape. You know what was that? Menace to Society? Or Boys in the Hood? Where you say, you done effed up, don't you? You know you done effed up. You know you done effed up, don't you? You know you done effed up. And on Menace to Society, when he got the tape, yeah, man, I got the 911, I got the tape. I got the tape. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It's there. And he on there telling everything from the beginning to the end. And you'll be wanting to gag and be like, dude, please be quiet. Be quiet. I was trying to cut it off. I'll be forgot. He ain't right here talking. I can't do and erase it. He like that's how I'm feeling. I'm tripping. My wife right there, my cousin was here, and everybody, I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God. I said, I'm trying to cut it off. I forgot. I can't cut him off. I can't cut him off. I said, oh man, this dude. I said, oh, it's over. It's over. It's over for them dudes. Because what? You just told that you knew. You just told. You told everything. You told how it all, and they use it in the court of law. That's why I tell people you got the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. I'm ready to eat whenever you're ready, babe. You hear me? Mm-hmm. So I love everyone, man. Like I said, people can ask me anything, but I don't base things on no I heard, and I ain't dealing with no who's the Supreme Grand Council, because it ain't none. And if they tell the truth, and if they want to tell the truth about the matter, they gonna have to tell the truth how the temple is set up and what's really right. And a lot of these older people that's promulgating this stuff, they just know y'all don't know, and it's easy to get caught up. Why? When the mind want to be free, and we think we looking at somebody trying to help us. And it's not that. It's not. It's not. If a person ain't there to help all the way, and then in the midst of helping do some bull stuff, or have some people come in and do some bull stuff with them, and talk about them that did the bull stuff, but we can't talk about you that did the bull stuff with them. That's just like if I was a tag team, I had a tag team scam team, me and say Noble Baba. And me and Noble Baba was the tag team scam team. And Noble Baba was out here selling people, talking about they some Moorish counselor, selling people some ID. And everybody say, Baba, yeah, he ain't no damn good. But I'm okay. How I was doing this shit with him. Peace, Noble Drayshawn. I was doing it with him. How can I be still relevant? And this person ain't relevant. How can you excommunicate this person but don't do it to them? That's crazy. We picking and choosing. We picking and choosing. And everybody know it. And I'm saying this video is proof. Who came up and talked about there was Moorish counseling? It was two individual old men. I told y'all the one bald-headed man. I told y'all. Who else was with him? Who else was with that bald-headed man, Shalimar Bay? Who else was with him? Y'all know. And that's what I be saying. What do people be afraid of? We don't. Whatever, man. And people act like they don't know. Where all that Morse counselor goofy stuff come from? Where it come from? Where all the people making up these I can nationalize you. It was a lot of people that did that. But where that Morse counselor stuff come from and these people played on it? People don't want to say. People don't want to say. Oh, well, you have a problem with it. I have no problem with no one. But I'll be telling you, it ain't more science, nothing. And then they say, well, they from the temple. If you from the temple, you know you ain't telling the truth. I don't care how old you are. And people won't say. And that's what, and I'll be like, that's so bad. And it's like, yes, it's just like, if it's just like not Babe Ruth, but any baseball player. All of the good they do, when they get caught for one thing, for doing steroids, what? All their records is admonished. Look at Pete Rose. Once he got caught for what? Gambling, all that. All his records are admonished. They don't care no more. You a cheat. Well, I was good. Yeah, okay, but you a cheat. And he erased all the accolades you did. Why? Because you a cheat. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. You can't be good 4 days out the week and then in 3 days say, okay, I'm gonna link up with my man and give me a little bit of money over here. Then I'm gonna link up with this other publishing. Y'all know what publishing. I'm gonna link up with a little bit of here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna mix a little bit of this, and bam, and we can't talk about it. But it's our community, just like with all religion. Oh, we can't talk about this. I said, why we can't? If it's for us, we should be able to talk about things that we say we should be doing. All you got to do is see how people change. First, they start off talking about the Zodiacus to get people in, or this, that, and the other. And then it's other people that might be charismatic. But all this stuff come from a certain area. Where? The conscious community. Can't be mad at me, but then they got mad because a certain figure in that conscious community, vernacular, and was a little bit better. Lingual, because he was introduced to a little bit more, how can I say it, systems than a lot of them. You know what I mean? Which is laughable because to me it's only elementary wisdom what that was. I don't want to expose nothing, but it's nothing but tablets. And when you have the tablets and the wisdom, especially when you're able to be around certain elders that have things, I hope things were passed down just like they were to me. When you can fact check ancient language. So a lot of people can use things against you when they know you don't know. When you in waters that's real deep. Especially if they have a religious perspective. That's why I be laughing. Well, I don't laugh, but when you're dealing with ancient language, man, you just start dealing with facts of the matter and man-made religion. You're gonna have to start taking them back to certain Egyptian tablets and Syriac language, and it's just a lot that can be fact-checked. And the deeper you go back, the more melanated you're gonna get back when you start seeing the language. It's just gonna start showing you things on the Islamic side and the so-called church father side. It's just what it is. So, but yeah, man, I'm just here to help people. And one of my youngest muftis just popped on here. I think that was my noble Dre Sean. And we had this talk a long time ago. And I tell brothers and sisters, isn't it sad that a lot of these older men is promulgating this sad stuff and they gun-ho with it? You should want to have the facts of the matter. And once you get the facts of the matter, you should want to correct yourself, unless you're a criminal. Because I know a lot of people be sincerely wrong. But the thing is, a lot of people be sincerely wrong doing that to people, using you as a crash dummy. Because anything a person should be telling you to do, they should have done it. Anything I tell you, they should have done it. It's no magical Moore's law. It ain't none of that. It ain't no canceling corporate debt. And especially when the brother talked about getting rid of his last name, I say, man, you don't even know who you are. Your last name is your family crest, your coat of arms. You don't know that? Like brothers, and that's what I be telling brothers that's older. And like one of my other muftis was saying, Noble Malik, he said, sometimes you got to be able to sit under what? The most high. Melchizedek. As men, we should be able to do that. We shouldn't have to get our freedom took and go to prison and then be looking for something when your life on the line. Your life already on the line. Why? When you're doing stupid stuff. The glory of a young man is his strength. But the wisdom of an older man is supposed to be the gray on his beard and his head. And that man had a whole bunch of damn gray on his head and his beard. And based off how he talking, it ain't no wisdom. And this is no disrespect. I love that brother, but brothers don't be accepting the lifeline And let's be continue to dig him a hole, digging a hole. I said what I said. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say, so it ain't just your actions; it's your words that can what mess you up. How the words that are coming out of your mouth, what you profess out your mouth. Brothers got to understand that, man. You know, and stop talking about things that's irrelevant. I know about all the old laws. I know about all that. Believe me, I have a whole library, a law library, all the library books, all the precedent and law cases. But when I ask a person, okay, what is it relevant for? What is it pertaining to today? And how can you take that and make it current? People just be spilling cases and cases. I said, that's not my mission. To just be spilling cases and having a whole bunch of book wisdom, and then you look at your regular life and the person's regular life is in shambles. That's not science to me. Especially these young men. When I say young man, you haven't even lived long enough. I be telling a lot of these young men, I done lived your life twice. I'm older than just some of these dudes' dads. I just may look a little bit in better health because some of the things that I do and some of the things I don't choose to do. But man, like I said, 2 more years I'm gonna be 50. And I'll be telling young men that's 20 and 25. Yes, you may have went through some things. You know, brothers, I'm from Flint, Michigan. Like I said, I seen my brother murdered. I seen my brother dead. My baby brother, Akil Jelani Goodman Bay. I seen my cousin Miguel Swain slumped over in front of my homie Mike Ville house, sprayed up. My homie Mike Ville, that my cousin got found dead in front of, his brother killed him. When I was going to school, the 10th grade, my homeboy Michael Blackmore got his head blew off when he was coming to work from it was called Spartan Inn. Negro blew my homeboy head off. Real shit. Hell, my best friend, one of my homies, Mike Ville, that got killed by his brother Marlon Ville. Me and my dad outside chilling. The police followed him, boom, boom, whatever he was doing, I don't know. But you know, police followed him in the basement, pow, pow, bam, killed him. You know, and this is what I be trying to tell brother. I said, man, I done been in prisons helping, ministering to people, you know, trying to show brothers and stuff like, man, that a lot of stuff we doing is not science. That, like, a lot of people be acting hard on the internet, and I said, why do we do that with each other? Why do we troll each other? We shouldn't be doing that to each other, especially if we here to learn. We should be here to learn, give respect, and be like, man, you know what? I'm glad we have this internet and this social media. Why? For we can deal with some realness. So we can be a part of a community where we can ask questions. Brothers don't even be having fezzes and turbans and she-mags, and I produce all of them. You should want to get those from a sheik. You should want to get those from a brother that produced them, not from nobody else, and make them successful. You should want to get all your books and literature from me. And what you purchase, I'm going to give you even more. No one can do that. And so that's all I wanted to share with my brothers and sisters. I was waiting for my Empress to finish this good meal she's prepared. You know, and just wanted to get on here and just, man, send my heart out to brothers, man. I hope brothers know what they doing. I really do, because right now, the time playing with that sovereign citizen stuff, which is an oxymoron, this is not the right time to be playing. You will get an example made of. And you talk about you some foreign national, and you done expatriated from the de facto government and gave your social security number up, boy. You done messed up. And they'll let you do this, man, and then you'll be targeted. And it be sad, man. And I just be feeling sad for the ladies that be dealing with these knuckleheads, you know. I'll be feeling sad for the women that be promulgating this, because there's just as many women doing that stupid stuff as it is men. I know a woman that done went on Amazon and bought a graduation robe, a white one, and got the white fez with the gold tassel, and in front of a building, the building closed, the federal building, like she taping the goddamn building up. Like, I am putting the call in. This lady retardo fardo. She done went on Amazon and bought a white goddamn graduation robe. Excuse my candor, y'all. And a white fez with the gold tassel, walk around like I am the judge and the governor's sister, this, and got some goddamn notes. Talk about you can go take this and turn it into the bank with some money. Man, don't you know they gonna call the police on you, man? They gonna whoop your head off. Cause I'll tell you how many times it happened. All you got to do is watch Pocket Watchers by JT. And they don't even be no ladies that be thinking they Moors. It's the same scam. I'm telling you. But these Moors be doing it. I'm telling you, it's the Roger Elvick bull crap. And everybody know I'm telling the truth. Watch JT Pocket Watchers. All the conscious community niggas on there with the Ponzi schemes. Acting like they don't know what happened. Oh, I didn't know it. Man, boy, please, boy, you know that's payola. Stop playing. You a willing obligor. Stop playing. That's why they all keep trying to reinvent themselves. I'm telling you, man. So you can't be mad at what it is. You know, I do real business, and I hope brothers do business with me. MorrisHaberdasher.com. Come get some merchandise. You can get your kufis, your fez, your turbans, your Moorish American regalia, your tunics, cotton or silk. I have bindedbooks.com, where we print and bind expensive and rare books. MyPDFBooks.com, that's books with a Z, where we turn a whole bunch of books to ebooks or PDFs you can download on your tablet. And if you want to get them printed, we'll print them for the same price. Office Max and Staples will do it. But if you don't want us to do it, you can go to Office Max and Staples and they'll print it for you. For the same fee, we'll do it for you. We have our Herbs of Mayat. Check out Herbs of Mayat. We also have our music, which my noble BHB, and his album is called Transportation of Raw Materials. It's streaming on all platforms. Check it out. My noble Brian Hicks Bay. The album is called Transportation of Raw Materials, and it's streaming on all platforms, and the album is fire.
Well, you want to eat, you better hurry up and get done.
She like, you better hurry up and get done. All right. And the last thing is ALO Design Pros, which my noble Alonzo Wright Bay. He does all our graphic designing. When you go on to MorrisHaberdasher.com and you see a lot of our custom clothes, Morsachi and our Russian icon design, all that stuff is designed by my noble, Alonzo Wright Bay. You know, the A. Jelani, I got whole stuff for my brother. Rest in peace, Akil Jelani Goodman Bay. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot that's going on. You know, and so yeah. I did a lot of stuff in homage for my brother that was murdered, my baby brother in the city of Flint. But it took me a while to be open about that. But as I start mentoring kids, because I'm in Arizona now, it makes so much a difference. And then when they see me in my regalia, and then when they know I'm a graduate and a scholar, you know, a sheik, a medicine man, all that, a herbalist, all that, they see me doing business, you know, everywhere. That's more impressive than anything. When I say I'm just like you, you know, I suffered her too, you know, and I'm not gonna let nobody play with the science or mixing their fascist stuff in with what Jura Ali has brought, because we have the bylaws and divine creed, and that's why I created my school, Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School, and I have divine ministers and muftis, because I wanted brothers that was Moors that don't have to be caught up with the semantics. I was just an elder in the science, you know, and a lot of them so-called sheiks and them brothers was dealing with me in Arizona. I had my metaphysical temple. Them brothers didn't have nothing. When I started dealing with them, or some of the Moors, a lot of the people that was renting space from them was like, don't let them come in your building. But one of the brothers stayed in my complex, so, you know, I showed the brother some love. But the same thing. I don't be in there playing no games. Them brothers being there, it's just a joke. And I don't have time for barbershop talk, you know? I'll be like, where the women at? All these men say they married, they women out there, they want to close the shades. This is my building. Man, you better open these damn shades. I ain't no damn vampire fool. I mean, I talk, I'm a fool like that. I'm a fool like that. I'm like, wait a minute, they closed. My wife will tell you after I done had metaphysical service, because I done been through all the ranks. I'm a divine minister. I minister in the churches. I do all that. The prisons. I be in the streets. I done did CDs with music, ministering. I done touched people. I done drove people home in my city of Flint. All that. And so when I come to Arizona, I'm dealing with these Moors, and they I'm like, what y'all got to hide? They listening. Who listening? Because what I say on the corner with a bullhorn. And my empress, no, anything I'm going to say, I want you to hear what I'm saying. I dare you to say something, because everything I'm saying is bond. It's precedented. Everything I'm saying is precedented. So I'm free. But when it come to the rest of the stuff, y'all, come on, brothers and sisters. We right here. And that's all I'm telling Moors. Any questions that y'all have, don't let nobody get you caught up. Don't let nobody you found on the internet and think they got some special law and talk about this more science. No, it's not. I don't care if they title say more science Inc., more science this. It's not. Tell them to show you our divine creed and our bylaws. Tell them to show you the warning that Noble Drew Ali shared with all the Moors. Tell them to show you the state booklet. Tell them to show you the state booklet. Tell them to show you the CCRD. Tell them to show you any cases Moors won with any of this stuff that these people talking to today. And it's not true. You ain't gonna find none. You know? You're gonna find a whole bunch of people in a makeshift basements talk about they in some Moors court. And then that and don't do nothing stupid like that with these people in these mothball basements. Yeah, babe. I'm saying that 'cause I'm being sarcastic because they know I'm telling the truth. Like, you know it. And then all these people, they talk all this stuff like they so smart and they know law. As soon as they get arrested, they get in court, what they do, they get a court-appointed attorney. They get a court-appointed attorney, or they try to defend themselves and they talk about they don't know consent and there's no jurisdiction. And they just be getting their ass and they just be sitting in jail and rot 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 and rot. You don't leave nobody no burning house. If you're gonna be a willing sacrifice, you be a willing sacrifice. You get in your little Chevette or your little Yugo, whatever the little piece of crap car you got, and you drive on the highway by yourself, and you be an example. You don't bring nobody else in that crap that you in. You don't do that. And I'm saying brothers could have lost their life. Young men could have lost their life running, especially the way you carry weapons. Listen, let me tell y'all something that I know, and it would have been justified. The way a person carry a weapon or retreat with a weapon, if it's in a defense of attack, you could get shot. That's all I gotta say. If you running and they say freeze and you have a weapon and say you turn and the weapon is drawn a certain way, you could get shot. If you retreating with a weapon, you could get shot. Why? Don't you know they got jurisdiction? I mean, immunity. You don't know that? How? What police ever went to prison with guilty for murder? None. Hell, Trump trying to get my man out of jail right now. Come on, man. Y'all better wake up, man, and stop playing. This is not the right time to be playing. This is not the right time to be playing. And if you confused on anything, and if you want to ask me something, man, y'all better hit me up, man. We don't got time to be wasting with none of these old cronies playing. They got to go ahead and sit down. I love y'all, man. Peace. See? I'm done.